I'm sure we all have a guilty pleasure, and usually we don't share these things with each other, but I'll let you in on mine. My name is Eva Mahajan, and I'm obsessed with dating shows, especially The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Bachelor Pad, Bachelor in Paradise, and even Bachelor Winter Games. And I know, these shows are so different, but they all have a common thread tying them together. And that is, you're supposed to find your soulmate, your true love in a season, just 12 episodes. Now, the relationships stemming from these shows rarely last, but they just break up. It's not that serious. It's not like they spent years of their life committing to something only to realize it wasn't truly what they wanted to do, right? Those 12 episodes are like the 12 years we spend from kindergarten to our senior year of high school. And in that time, we're expected to find our niche, our passion, or just what will make us the most money. A study conducted by Chris Woodrow at Henley Business School found that over 70% of people end up regretting what they end up doing with their lives and what they choose as a career. Options. Life is choices, and your choices make your life. We all have a story, even if we can't always pinpoint it. And for me, my common thread is that there isn't any. And I think this is why I find it hard to stay in one place. Sometimes the scariest thing you can do is make a wrong decision. And whether that be something as small as choosing what to order at a restaurant or what you want to do with the rest of your life, it can be scary because we never know what could happen. So I want you to feel that regret and know that's going to happen, but not care. Today, I'm going to offer you comfort about inconsistency, and we're going to examine why people feel this need for constant cohesion in the first place, the problems with this mindset, and finally, how to be comfortable with the chaos. I've been called a quitter in the past, but changing your mind could actually be a sign of an evolutionary advantage. Dr. David McCraney, also author of the novel How Minds Change, found that the more open you are to change and the more willing you are to change your mind is a sign of how strong your reasoning is. And humans developed our reasoning as a way to help us survive. And because we're no longer hunting or worrying if a grizzly bear is going to break down our hunt, it's manifested to help us in different ways, such as what we want to do to earn a living. Many people fear being a jack of all trades because of how their view of progress has changed over the years. Instead of trying to measure progress through self-development and self-growth, instead we tend to focus on our commercial success and how far we can get in a specific field. And I get it. How do you even measure self-improvement? By how many cups of kombucha you ferment? But seriously, our lives have become so revolved around our careers and commercial success that we tend to neglect true success. So what are the problems with this commitment mindset? Historically, being a jack of all trades has actually been hugely beneficial. I mean, look at Benjamin Franklin. Man was the jack of trades. He went from being a candle maker to an international ambassador to being a founding father of our country. And if you find it hard to relate to a 300-year-old man, maybe you idealize entrepreneurs. CEO Bill Gates found that immersing himself into the different aspects of his company from finance to networking, helped him develop better problem-solving skills. And if you can't relate to billionaires or historical figures, I hope you can relate to me, another high schooler. I'm what you call a professional amateur. Oh yeah, tennis player, bassist, pianist, master procrastinator, dancer, singer, and many more to come. And trust me, I'm not very good at most of those things. If you hear me trying to sing, run out of the room. But I do these things not because I'm trying to improve my skill set, but instead because I'm trying to grow myself as a person, and that's through experience. Now, some people might find this mindset flimsy. I know the concept of sticking to your guns is admirable, but sometimes it isn't the best thing to do. I know for most of us, including me, our goal is to, after we graduate high school, get into a good college and then make money in whatever career we choose. And That's a common goal. It makes sense. You want to be able to support yourself, but you need to take a step back and evaluate. In 20 to 30 years from now, what do you think you'll regret? Regret is a part of the human experience, and it's inevitable that you'll feel it. But most people end up regretting not doing more. As vague as it sounds, it's up to you to make meaning of it. So take charge while you still can. So how do you break away from this need to match in the first place? You need to be comfortable with chaos, with disorder. Take in everything, not worrying about how it matches with the other parts of your life, if it'll benefit you commercially, or even if you're any good at it. There's a quote I'd like to share with you, written by Jonathan Safran, author of the novel Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. And it goes like this: "Sometimes I can hear my bones straining under the weight of all the lives I'm not living." And that quote set into me that no matter how hard I try, I can't do everything. But it's important that you don't try to focus on one thing, because we only live once, so why would we waste it on trying to master something and perfect it when that's impossible? Commitment is scary, so instead of trying to find your soulmate from a 12-episode dating show, just befriend them. Friend groups are made up of people with completely different lives that are linked together by their love for each other. You can have your best friends, your work friends, the friends you only talk to get homework answers, but they all change your lives in different ways, small and big. And instead of trying to fight with your string of life, trying to tie it into a neat little bow, just let it go and follow you, and weave it into all the new things you decide to try. And finally, take it from The Bachelor. Branch out into The Bachelorette, Bachelor Pad, Bachelor in Paradise, and even Bachelor Winter Games. And trust me, a lot of those aren't good at all, but you have a lifetime to experience, grow, and improve. Thank you.